The man accused of exposing himself and then trying to assault women on trails in Jefferson County was in court this morning. The judge set bond for Glenn Braden at $100,000. The judge said the suspect admitted in court that he cannot control his compulsion to expose himself and perform lewd acts. The suspect's brother did ask the judge to release Braden under a lower bond and then into a mental health facility. Police arrested Braden Tuesday night on the Beaver Brook Trail after a hiker had called 911. Investigators also think that Braden targeted women hiking at Flying J Ranch Park in Conifer. That case dates back to early April. Police said that he was targeting women in June at Three Sisters Park and then again at Flying J Ranch Park in July. Investigators had posted warnings in those parks asking people to call 911. The suspect is facing 3 counts of unlawful sexual contact and 5 counts of indecent exposure. Jeremy Hohola was in the courtroom today and will be bringing you updates this afternoon. That is starting at 4 o'clock. One of the tornadoes that hit Yuma on the Eastern Plains Tuesday was an EF3. The National Weather Service made that announcement last night. It was the strongest to strike that county since 1949. We met a family whose kids were home alone when that storm came through. 16-year-old Kennedy was with her 2 brothers. They told us the tornado was unlike anything they had ever seen.
So my first initial thought was, how can I protect them? So we all just huddled together, held hands. We had our dog with us on our lap, and we just were in this tight space together.
The tornado damaged their home, also damaged 2 outbuildings. The family says it also destroyed their corn crop, which they're relying on for income. Thankfully, though, the family is safe and they're just trying to figure out what their next steps are. This tornado was the 2nd EF3 tornado in Colorado this year, and it's the first time we've had 2 EF3 tornadoes in the same year since 1993. Taking a live look out over Greeley right now. Totally opposite story here today. We've got this beautiful day ahead of us, maybe a chance to get outside, enjoy with the family before they head back to school. Taking a live look out over Denver. It is almost Friday. It's Friday Eve, right? The weekend so close. Congratulations on that one. We're going to head over to Lauren for a look at the weather because honestly, this week has been so pleasant. It's not been scorching hot, a little bit of clouds. I wouldn't mind if that stuck around for a bit.
You know, it's hit or miss. Some of us are getting the beautiful weather and others are getting tornadoes. And along with that Yuma tornado, there was baseball-sized hail, gigantic injury-prone hail out there. So, man, they had quite the day there. But today we're going to see calmer weather. We do want to watch for some very spotty, isolated storms. But outside of that, what we're really going to watch for is going to be the return of the heat as we're back in the 90s this afternoon. We're already at 87 degrees at DIA, a good mix of sun and clouds, calm winds at the moment. What we're also going to continue to watch for is going to be another day of air quality alerts. This is going to be for Gunnison, Hinsdale, Mineral, and Archuleta counties, and all of this is just going to be due to multiple wildfires in the areas. So you want to continue to watch for that increased wildfire smoke through tonight and early tomorrow, and I suspect it's going to be extended as well. Now, as we take a look at our HD Doppler radar, we do have some showers and rain off to the southwest, but the majority of Colorado still pretty calm. We're going to watch for some very spotty pop-up showers and storms to push through, but the majority of the state, we're not going to see any severe weather. Now, the far northwestern corner of Colorado, we're in a marginal risk for severe weather here, meaning we're going to watch for windier conditions, maybe some hail as we go through the rest of the day, but the rest of us likely to stay pretty dry through the afternoon. Again, brief, quick storms are prone to push through. What we're really going to be watching for, though, will be these temperatures back in the 90s, and then as we go into next week, we're going to see cooler, wetter weather ahead, so I'll have all of those details for you in my full 7-day forecast.
All right, thanks so much for that. I appreciate it. Well, unfortunately, the numbers, they just keep going up. There are now 6 suspected cases of West Nile in Denver. The Denver Department of Public Health and Environment is urging you to be cautious and protect your family. Everyone is at risk of West Nile, but the risk is especially concerning for people who are older or anyone with a weakened immune system. Symptoms generally appear in 3 to 14 days after you're bit. That can include headaches, body aches, fever, rash, and swollen lymph nodes. So far, 1 person has died from Weld County, and the virus has been detected across several counties at this point. We've said it many times, but today's announcement is another good reminder. Standing water anywhere near your home should be removed. You should be wearing long sleeves and pants. You should use DEET spray. Avoid the outdoors at dusk and dawn when mosquitoes are the most active, and use screens on windows and doors to keep the mosquitoes out. New aerial video from Hawaii shows some of the devastation from those destructive wildfires on Maui. Hurricane winds helped that fire grow, and now we know that 36 people have died. The fire has burned multiple neighborhoods on Maui's west coast to the ground. Hawaii is still assessing the devastation. President Biden has offered his condolences. He's also promising federal and military help. NBC's Miguel Almaguer is there today with the latest.
Amid that sobering and staggering death toll, which now stands at 36, we know upwards of 4,000 people at one point were evacuated from this wildfire. Hundreds of people are at this shelter behind me here in Maui. It's unclear when anyone will be able to return home. Those images of these wildfires, there are now 3 separate wildfires burning across this area, are just dramatic. It shows how quickly the scope of this fire really exploded. Officials say entire neighborhoods are decimated. Upwards of 300 homes and businesses have been destroyed, and officials say that number will likely climb. Later on today at First Light, officials say they'll also be able to scour the burn zone, hoping to find more of the missing. Of course, they're looking for survivors, but it's quite possible that the death toll, which again stands at 36, could continue to rise. Officials say these wildfires were fanned by incredibly strong winds, upwards of 80 miles per hour. The weather is getting better, but officials say they're going to have a long firefight on their hands in the days ahead. Back to you.
Right now, all of the major airlines are helping travelers rebook their trips to Hawaii because of those fires. American, Southwest, United, and Hawaiian Airlines are currently waiving change fees for flights to and from the airport. Hawaii is also discouraging non-essential travel to the airport in Maui. That airport is served by 10 airlines. That includes Delta as well as Alaska. We'll, of course, bring you an update on Hawaii this afternoon at 4 o'clock with Tom Green and Kim Christensen. Today, Donald Trump's personal aide, Walt Nauta, pleaded not guilty in federal court. His arraignment was postponed because he was still looking for legal counsel. According to the indictment, though, Nauta is accused of helping former President Trump hide top-secret national security files from investigators after leaving the White House. Former President Trump pleaded not guilty last month. Want to get to a traffic warning for you today if you are planning on heading west on I-70 this afternoon. Colorado State Patrol is warning drivers to expect traffic delays between 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. at Floyd Hill. You can expect 20-minute traffic holes during that time, possibly 45-minute delays for rock scaling. That should be every 75 minutes or so. This is a part of CDOT's work to improve traffic on I-70 around Floyd Hill.